Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some VTuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Some would consider this to be more meat into the meat grinder. Others will just say, you know, they don't really care, but this is interesting. That Nijisanji New Face, I guess is what they're calling it, or that's just the way that they're announcing it. They're all already having goods and voice of the males, as you can probably tell. They're probably going to be Fujobait, as it's called. Fujobait, which is the women. They probably have a deep voice. They probably have you know, something else. Maybe they might be doing BFE. Who knows? But it looks like they are definitely, especially their looks, they are going very much for the female audience, which is very, very strong inside of Nijisanji, as far as I know. And here we go. Let's take a look. Right here. 2 new debuts from the VTuber Virtual Live Group. Nijisanji activities start from Friday, April 11th. Nijisanji's Super Elite Liver. The first relay will start 1900 at Saturday. And these are the 2 that are going to be involved in it. 2 new are going to be debuting. Their debut teaser is here, as you can see. They are calling it a new debut. They're giving at least some support. A doctor and, I guess, I don't know, kindergarten teacher? I don't know why they have that thingy there. Ayato, Hitotsubashi. And, oh, I guess it's Sakyo? Itsuki Sakyo. I guess that one is maybe a merch, a actually company exec, maybe, or something like that. But there is, you know, the more stuff about here. Here's Ayato, Hitotsubashi Ayato, a super elite psychiatrist with many patients. Try to communicate with patients via various probes every day. Birthday is on December 8th, age unknown. Then, of course, Itsuki Sakyo is going to be there. Super elite salesman, most of the top sales results. Yeah, he's a salesman. Okay, that makes more sense. Of Happy Love It, Inc. So basically, it's a toy company. His silent appearance, the love for the company's products is twice as much as anyone else's. So yeah, that's where they have a little bit of fun. And of course, you have the Ayato here. And of course, they're already making their debut shown, basically with their stuff here. Their debut is going to be upcoming on the 12th at 3 a.m. my time. So I'm definitely not going to be covering that specifically, but they already have their debuts out there. This is Itsuki Sakyo, who is going to be of the Happy Love It Corporation, the salesperson. Here you go. He has a lot of love for the company, as you can tell just by the look of it. And of course, he is doing his stuff and promoting everything. And of course, here we go with some more stuff out here about their things. I'm not going to go too long into the tooth in this. This is a new generation. I think Nijisanji is going to be focusing any color on the males, it seems like, strongly for a bit. It's with the By the Beat and this one. It just is. It isn't a coincidence that they're just doing males right now. It seems to be giving them good numbers, especially if you look at their subscriber count, which is already at 21k and 18k respectively. They haven't even shown up, and it's already that high. So that's good. That's good for them. Good for the individual. It sucks that, you know, they're under a company like they are, but it's good for the individual. So I do wish them well. There has been some new stuff when it comes to Idol Corp, when it comes to Brave Group. As you know, I've already talked about what is going on with them right now. I've already talked about the things that were happening in all of Idol Group, in Idol Corp, and everything there when it comes to Brave Group overall. And this is unfortunate. The whole situation is unfortunate, but let's talk about what Yena Youngblood in her PL has said. This is what someone has here. It's of course with this AJ Shell one from Kurosanji. They have a little bit of context. It says, I want to mention something that I heard about a week ago in one of Yena's Minecraft streams that I might give further context to in this tweet. She said something had been happening for a while behind the scenes that made her question if this career path was the correct choice for her. It's also making it hard for her to work. Well, recently that thing was resolved in a way that wasn't ideal, but it wasn't satisfactory to her eyes. She feels that she really didn't get justice, but she also understands it's better to let it be in order for her to stay, of course, in Idol Group, in Idol Corp. She also doesn't want anyone to be harmed, even if they harmed her. She doesn't want anyone to never be able to work again or be homeless or anything like that. She ultimately wishes that there was more that she could have been done. And here is Yena Youngblood saying it herself. Let's see a little bit of this. I do apologize, the sound has a little bit of an issue. Gonna get to that right now when it comes to that. Let's just go through.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to be doing something like this. There was actually something that happened recently. I would not say recently. It's been happening for a while. There's something that was happening for a while that was making me highly consider if this was correct for me. Like this, I guess a career path was correct for me. It messed with my mental a lot, but recently said thing did get resolved in a way that is satisfactory. It wasn't the best case resolution, but it was definitely a little bit difficult. Like, I was having a very hard time doing my work, especially the work that I was supposed to be just be doing in the company, due to some factors that were out of my control. So I am, I'm very grateful that that situation was resolved in a way that didn't require me to take more of a measured action and decision on what I should be doing with this whole streaming thing.
So there you go. These are her words. Luckily, someone did put the timestamp. Regardless of where you fall on this issue, I wanted to make sure I pointed out here because if nothing else, it lends weight to the person who recently I did. Lena, I believe her name was. I do believe there's so much more work that can be ever possibly imagined. So much more to this. There's going to be a lot of stuff that people haven't talked about. That Lani is what's the one, yes. Lani had graduated on March 26th. She had written it on her Discord profile. I assume she put her notice in as early as 2 months ago. I still would like some more information. The talent response to this has been quite muted. There's been some vague posting. Of course, I think I'm going to have to suggest something really uncomfortable. It's been on my mind for a while now. What if Lani is not the person we thought she was? My friend is absolutely trustworthy. I literally trust him with my life. Don't know what's going on. Before this, Lani was Idol's A-chan equivalent, glue that held the company together. So many people have said good things about her, so to hear the possibility that it was all a lie is quite shocking to me. Something is clearly wrong with Brave. I only hope that the talents can come out with this okay. And here's the thing. If the talents are not happy about what happened, or the talents are thinking Lani is not who she says she is, I have the sinking suspicion that yes, it may be happening because Brave Group, just like Nijisanji has done in the past, is feeding them lies. It does seem like they really wanted it to be, like Lani says herself, they wanted it to be something where it was assumed that they were breaching NDAs and things like that. So it is not out of question, out of the expectations here that Brave is lying to their talents, and that Brave would be lying with things out there. There are people that are kind of supporting Lani on this, so it is hard to understand what exactly is going on. So it could be, like I said, bad information being fed to the talents. I'm more likely to believe that than believing Lani as a person who is very, very much respected and loved in the community to be someone horrible out there. So that is just my personal take on this. But of course, as more information comes out, I will let you know. Always tune in to here to know more information about any of these situations. In a big win for various Japanese VTubers who are pretty big, it's Inami Rai, Ichigo Ririka, Lisa Hanabusa, and Sango Suo will be voicing playable characters in the upcoming level 5 game Inazuma 11 Victory Road. The reason why I usually don't look at the titles in Kurosanji, reason why I did this time is because I wanted a little bit of, who was going to be in it, because it's all in Japanese. So it's going to be a little bit harder to figure out unless, it has it down here, which it doesn't. It's a little bit harder to figure this out if you don't have it like there specifically. So we're going to start out with this. This is that Inazuma 11, which is, you can see there, a soccer-based game. Football, as most people call it. Not going to have that there for a long time. They even have it fully subtitled because they know people are going to be interested in this. The reason why I didn't keep the other music there, because that's heavily copywritten. Almost everything in the anime industry is heavily copyrighted. God damn it. They always do this.
そして今回は過去の名曲を聴きながら特訓できるぞ。さらにテーマ曲はなんと
So you know what? I'm just gonna mute this sun gun. There you go. You have Dario by Inami, Ichido Ririka from Hololive Devices Amelia, Maika Sasaki is Marisol, Lisa Hanabusa is Meridia, it's from Vispo. You have Sango Suo from Nijisanji, it's Tai Richter, and Masai from Fishers, as well as Kiss My FT2, Toshiya. So you have all of them there. You have all of them under there. They're VAs, Akane, all these other VAs there. And of course, some in the VTuber world, some are just, regular VAs or VAs in Japan, popular in Japan. It is very, very nice, in my opinion. This is why I'm doing it here. Because, Ririka's from Device. You have Nijisanji in there. You have Vispo in there. Some of you may be like, who cares about Nijisanji? But here's the thing. Doesn't matter. It's a personal victory for them. It is a VA victory for them. Whether they're from Nijisanji or wherever, like Hololive Device as well. Some people really don't even care about Hololive Device. But yes, it's a personal victory. It is a professional victory. It is a VA victory for them. No matter what, they are VTubers, so they may not have ever been chosen to be a VA in any of this. But their connections did help them out, whether it be for Hololive, Nijisanji, Vispo, or whatever. Big congratulations to every single one of them, and I do hope this is a successful game. Dokibird keeps getting wins again and again and again. This is another win for her, which is the Samsung Galaxy Gear Up Cup Draft Day for Call of Duty. She's going to be co-streaming it with Samsung Mobile US. And she is going to be, part of the whole draft. I'm guessing, drafting teams and getting things there. Watch the best gamers live, battle live. Watch the Call of Duty pros go head-to-head at Level Up Expo in Las Vegas to prove that mobile has a stake in gaming. So this is all Call of Duty Mobile. This isn't just a regular Call of Duty, it's Call of Duty Mobile. Keep an eye on Galaxy Gear Up for the latest content on Samsung. So it's going to be April 25th to 27th. April 8th is the announcement. April 11th is the draft stream. 14 to 17 team practices, and 25 Level Up finals. So yeah, it is going to be all on the Level Up Expo in the Las Vegas Convention Center. It's going to be there. Drop in. Invited 30 Call of Duty pros to face off in COD Mobile. Each pro is equipped with the power and performance of Samsung Galaxy S25, and they can get up to 100K on that. And of course, the big thing here for us in the VTuber community is that Dokibird is going to be a part of it, and Dokibird is going to be doing the draft with it. And of course, if you're watching this after 4 p.m. on April 11th, then 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the west coast of the US, you're watching it after 4 p.m., then of course this would have already happened. But you can take a look most likely at the VOD for it, because there's going to be a VOD up. Or it could be currently going on depending on when you're watching. So of course, big ups and big celebration for Doki getting another humongous, because Samsung is huge, getting another humongous opportunity and collaboration. A little bit of a funny moment here, not so much a serious thing. This is because Ramen Alfredo. This would destroy Raura. This is a food crime, so to speak. And here we go. Let's talk about this. She wanted to make Ramen Alfredo. Ren Soto from Nijisanji Yen. Of course, people are going to be talking to each other, especially big agencies like this. I hope no one freaks out about this. Yum, sounds so good. And Batir Subarashi Desu says, sir, please don't encourage her. And out here, we have Vita Ramen's Tim Zhang, says 3 ways to make Ramen Alfredo, from simple to expensive. 5-hour stream edited in 1 night. Go forth, my friends, and ramen. Sorry, Raura. And here we go a little bit here. Let's just hear what he has to say.
Damn! This is worth the lactose intolerance, let me tell you. Oh, damn. I don't know why y'all think that ramen and Alfredo is weird. I'm actually gonna do it 3 ways, from the simplest way to the most extreme. I'm gonna be using our naked nudes, which is going to be the high protein and high fiber, so you don't have to fight wars in the bathroom.
There's noodles. Noodles, by the way.
Any ramen will do. Pop that in. Number 1, it's so simple, you won't believe it. The one secret that chefs don't want you to know. I could get sued for this, or like, maybe they're gonna send hitmen. Actually, I really do hope they send some hitmen. I got some
Claymore, I believe. It's called a Claymore.
This only takes like 3 minutes to boil. I am actually gonna go ahead and drain the water separately. thing about pasta water, or ramen water, as it were, this stuff is basically liquid gold if you're making sauces. The reason for that is because oil and water don't mix, right? I hope you know that. I really hope you know that. However, a lot of sauces are made good because it has both a fatty component and a water-based soluble component. So just stuff that can dissolve in water. If you have flour and you put water and you put oil in it and you knead it all together, it doesn't come apart. So that's basically the same thing that it does at a micro level over here. One of the ways that we can make this more effective is to actually go ahead and boil this down some more to make a stronger solution. We get rid of a lot of the water.
So yeah, he goes through the whole thing. But yeah, he continues the whole meme of the ramen Alfredo. He shows various ways of, you know, the more expensive, the cheaper ways. I like that. I like that he did that. I like that he went through it all and did that. So yeah, he goes through the whole thing, but I did want to put this out there as kind of a more fun thing out there. A member, of course, of Hololive EN Myth, the first generation of Hololive EN, has done something wonderful recently. There has been Expo 2025 of, you know, the whole Japan side of stuff. It is an expo that they have. It is an expo that is, you know, just talking about all these different topics, you know, signature pavilions, grand ring, all these type of things here. And it is something that I never expected was going to have VTubers involved in it. And one of them is here. So they are someone that has basically done something in the expo, as of course, that's the reason why I'm talking about them. And here they are. They did something here. It's a taiko drum. So they are being projected onto a taiko drum as they're singing, kind of like a, oh darn, that is a big show that they had there. And of course, the whole thing with the expo is something that tends to be more pay to see type of thing. So a lot of these things are, dang, that's a huge production. And she did some singing, of course, as a part of this huge production. It is very nice to see her doing this. And of course, the live performance is here. And of course, it is made private. That is why you can only see these showings here, these images here. The actual thing comes up at 3510. It is made private already, unfortunately. And let's see them here. See if there's any kind of way. There you go. And there you go. That is her full one there. That is the full one that they have here. Of course, I can't show you the actual music involved because usually if it's something that is from her, Universal Music Group, UMG, had last time restricted the viewing of my actual stuff because even 5 seconds of it gets copyright struck by UMG. That is the full thing there. Damn. That is actually very nice. That is very well done. And I wanted to actually, you know what, screw it. I'm going to show this to you guys because I think eventually if you hear crispy sound, I do apologize. I had to make the sound crispy in order, or crunchy, or deep fried, or whatever you want to call it, in order to make sure that I can actually show it to you guys, because UMG is very, very aggressive when it comes to anything Calli related. And UMG is Universal Music Group Japan, of course. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. We're talking about Momo right now, Chiisanamomo. I do this because I want to bring people up, not tear each other down. So let's talk about her today. She is a VTuber that is on the Twitch side, of course. I do not see, let me see if there's anything. Nope, there's no YouTube side here. But let us take a look at what she has done so far. So here is something that she's done. This is Final Fantasy VII. It looks like, it does look like, yeah, I think this is Final Fantasy VII, the recent remake of it, at least. So this is going to be, I think, when they show Aerith and them. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember. How old did you say you were?
I am 31.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're like, you're like 2 years older than me.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I got the fucking
the red
dress.
dress. We're
I
on
got
red
the
dress,
dress.
She got the dress.
Nice.
She got the red dress. Yes.
Look at
Yeah,
her.
mine was way worse.
She's so pretty.
So pretty. So yeah, Aerith right there with the red dress. Very beautiful. I guess it's a dress that you do get there. I haven't played the remake of it, so yes. It is very, very beautiful, and I am glad that I am able to showcase another wonderful VTuber. Thank you so much, Chiisanamomo, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.